bodies can you hide in the trunk?
Depends on.
I'm
Anybody
gonna have
else?
to bleep that out
Like
so much.
7. Wait, are we recording?
And welcome to Chill Prism Podcast, episode 5.
This is the chillest, prismist podcast you'll ever listen
I
to.
wonder how long it's taken for people to figure out that a chill prism is just an ice cube.
Well, for everybody who hasn't already figured it out, it's taken 5 episodes.
You should be ashamed of yourselves.
Jesus. It took me days.
Are you
after give
serious?
me that. It took me at least 2 days to figure out. No, because you drew that concept up.
Yeah, on the
And
spot.
so, but I didn't figure it out until you showed me that concept. I was like,
I don't know. I like ideas. I like just firing off ideas. I
Yeah,
think that's
like-
my forte.
boob motorcycle.
Yes. The titter cycle.
Yeah. Yeah. See, that's an idea. Speaking of boobs, it just made me think of this. That book series I told you to read.
The Andrew Wang.
David Wong.
Dang it. Yes.
If you're looking for a good audiobook, look into John Dies at the End by David Wong. It is absurd.
Absurd, I think, is the perfect word for it.
Yeah, it's I don't know. And the audiobook that's available on Audible is probably the best way to get that into your ears, because it is the guy who reads it's like, oh, he's incredible.
Yeah.
He embodies the character so
I think
well.
that the delivery of the text is as important as the text that you're listening to.
Yep.
When I was listening to it, because we don't read books.
I can't read.
We don't read. When I was listening to the audiobook, one of the people that had posted it on YouTube is who I listened to it from. And the dude loves the material. So like he tries his best, but he even is self-proclaims that he's not going to do a good job at it.
Yeah.
And there are a few times where that happens, and that's very apparent.
Yeah.
So
no, it's because like the main character, just all this weird shit is happening to him throughout the book, and he's never like, oh my god, what's going on? This is so weird. He's like, this is stupid. I just want to stop. This is the dumbest bullshit I've ever seen. This guy's exploding in front of me, and this is stupid. This is like, that's his whole thing. Like,
Yeah.
this is the dumbest thing.
it's like Deadpool if he wasn't breaking the fourth wall.
And if he was just a mellow tone asshole. Like,
yeah.
monotone. And the way that the guy that I listen to does it, he just embodies that sarcasm so well. It's so good.
Man, I might need to get an Audible account.
Yeah, it's awesome. I think his name is like Stephen Thorne or something like that. He does the first and the third book. And the second book,
Is the first one super long?
yeah, it's separated into 3 like acts, I guess.
Okay.
No, maybe it's 2. But he calls it, book 1, book 2.
Okay. I think I'm well into book 2,
Yeah.
but there's a lot that happens.
You passed the Vegas stuff, right?
I am well past the Vegas stuff.
Yeah, so that's book 2 is after at the end of Vegas.
Yeah.
Or book 2 starts after they
Vegas.
leave
Yeah.
Vegas. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's like a time gap or whatever. That book series is incredible.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it quite a bit, actually. I was skeptical because the way that it was explained to me, and I don't know that there is a good way to explain it, just
No.
genital mutilation and weird stuff.
Yeah, like
So-
it's all everything that happens injury-wise is a nut shot. Like it's just yeah, it's a good series. And then that writer's also got another series called the Zoe Ash series. And the first book is Futuristic Violence and Fancy Suits. And the audio book on Audible is read by Christy Carlson Romano, which is Kim Possible.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and she does a fantastic job. It's not as good as the first book in the John Dies at the End
And
series.
she's a cutie. I love Ren. She's
but
Ren
she's-
Stevens from Even Stevens,
yeah,
right?
Yep. But
yeah.
she does a really good job, especially for that character and everything.
So are you thirsty, buddy?
I sure am.
All right. Why don't you read for the audience what we have for today's new brew review.
Where are you going to get these?
Everywhere. And the only qualifier for it to be purchased by myself is, one, do I have money? And two, does it look cool?
Yeah.
Or at least have a cool name.
If my wife didn't hate the fact that we're doing this, I would suggest every cool can we super glue or hot glue together just to make a wall of obscene and weird cans.
I am not offended or upset by that idea.
So this is by Prairie Artisan Ales. It's called Slush Sour Ale with strawberry, raspberry, lemon, and lime.
And it has a picture of a catfish. Did you pick up on that? This is the first time I actually saw the catfish.
Ah, yes, I do.
Super weird.
I don't understand why, but okay.
Because Oklahoma, man.
Oh,
We're the noodlers.
Yeah, noodling.
Yeah. All right.
I thought that noodling for the longest time. Oh, yeah, hold on. 3, 2, 1.
Oh, that was so nice. Mine was excellent. I love sours so much.
Ooh, that's real sour.
Yeah, but it's also really brief, so it doesn't hang out in your mouth for too long. It's not that weird cousin that keeps you on the phone, that keeps just talking and talking and talking, and you're like, okay, I've stopped caring about what you said.
Do you have problems you need to discuss?
I need an outlet. This is my place. But no, I haven't.
Comfy pod.
You almost wore that mic.
We need comfy podcast chairs because I am so uncomfortable.
Ladies and gentlemen, go ahead and subscribe to our Patreon. We need money.
Yeah. Yeah, this is good. I like it.
Yeah, I like it quite a bit.
We have special glasses now.
Oh, yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, we also have merch that's just for us. It's actually not merch.
We should make some, though.
Yeah, if we can, we will. But we have a Pilsner glasses.
I'm really good at...
That is so much head. That's too much head. And that's hard for me to say.
You can never have too much
exactly.
head.
And you found a way. But
it's about 6 inches ahead. And like 1.5 inches a shaft.
I would hate.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm showing you my flaccid penis.
That would scare the life out of me.
There's a 6.5 inch head with. It's just a reverse dick.
But anyhow, we have custom engraved Pilsner glasses that we are.
Yeah, using. I don't think after I opened that box last episode that I actually even said what was in the box.
Yeah.
So, surprise. My head's going down, so hold on.
Don't let it go down on you. You're a man. You're a strong Christian boy.
Re-up it. All right. Glug shot.
That was super good.
That's a lot of head.
I like sours so much.
That's tasty. I don't think I've ever had a sour.
They're a weird version of beer. It's like a juice. It's pretty much like juice.
Yeah.
Except not very sweet.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
Yeah, I enjoy it.
I'd buy it.
Yeah. You didn't have to.
I haven't had to yet.
The time will come on, I'm sure. You know,
eventually I'll stop having to make emergency purchases.
Yeah, it's not that big of a deal. I just enjoy trying new and weird beers. I'm one of the only few people that I know that will stray away from the macro brews such as Budweiser and Bud Light just to try the weirdness.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest, about 80% of them I hate. I hate about 80% of what I purchase.
Yeah.
But
I used to do that with liquor, especially whiskey. When I first got this apartment, pretty much every paycheck I got, I'd spend on a new bottle of whiskey. And it was always cheap. I wasn't spending like $50 on a fancy whiskey. I would get
like some Evan Williams.
Yeah, I was getting like I bought my first bottle of Jameson. I can't even remember all of them.
I mean, Jameson can get a little pricey.
It can. That was the higher end stuff, yeah. And then a lot of times I'd go if the bottle looks cool.
Yes.
There's one, I cannot remember what it's called now. I have the bottle in my closet, but it's empty now. But it looks like a barrel. I can't remember what it's called.
Do they call those casks? What's a cask?
I think that's what that is.
Are they the same thing? Is that what?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Excuse me.
You need to get amped up, dude.
I have a yawn.
It's gross. But
Yeah.
sack up,
yeah.
guys. Just try stuff. Try weird stuff.
Yeah.
You never know when you're going to find something.
Except for my one listener who can't drink any beers or anything
You don't get to try stuff.
with malt or liquor or not liquor. She can't.
She's celiac? Oh.
Sad.
They have some specialized liquors for people.
Yeah,
who
Reds.
Red's apple?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
I remember her telling me in high school that's the only thing she can drink.
Because
at
she
the
knew
time.
that in high school.
I
Dirty bird.
mean, she was held back for a long time. She's like 26 when we were freshmen, so I'm sorry. Well, actually, I'm not sorry because you told my mom about this after I told you not to tell my mom about this.
That's on
so
you. You're going to have to wear that shirt.
Get called out.
But yeah, feel free to try stuff. And there are options out there for people. I think it's like Duraha or something like that for people.
Rah.
I think that's an anime.
Speaking of anime,
Oh, no.
this is a good segue to something I wanted to talk about.
Okay.
So everybody who's into anime has watched at least the first 6 minutes of Food Wars, right?
Is that the porn?
Yeah, it's basically
It's porn that doesn't show any intercourse.
Yeah, it's don't watch it.
I watched all of season 1.
That's sad. So on Funimation, I've been waiting for the dub, don't at me, of this show called Gleipnir, I think. It's a German title, but it's Gleipnir.
I have no clue what you're talking about.
So the art, I guess, that I've seen from it, or that I had seen from it, I did watch it because it finally came out, is like a dog mascot, but like oversized, not even furry size, like bigger than that.
Yeah.
With like a pistol, and it looks like it'd be a horror anime the way it's portrayed, like on the advertisements on Funimation. So I've been waiting for the dub to come out because I gotta watch it. I really like anime where children get killed, or like that, or when just really gory bullshit happens, like Attack on Titan, or what am I?
Clean up after yourself.
Oh, I just cleaned up the cans from last week.
Why?
Before you got over
Didn't
here.
I consolidate all of them into one spot for you at least?
Yeah, I just put them in a trash
I was
bag.
hoping that I did that.
Yeah, you did. You do good.
I just don't want your wife to just...
Oh no, she
cord.
knows it's my fault.
Okay.
But yeah, Gleipnir is
So
like I
oversized
like
for him.
gory anime.
Yeah.
So Gleipnir is also just porn.
Oh, no. Dang it.
It's about a kid who, like, as the show starts, he already knows he has superpowers and he doesn't know where they come from, but like he turns into this costume.
Okay.
It's completely anthropomorphic, so he can like walk around, but you can tell it's a costume because it's got a zipper on the back, but he's not in the costume. He is the costume, but he can move around and everything. I say that because he meets a girl who wants to know more about these people who can turn into quote-unquote monsters, and she unzips him and goes inside of him.
Fuck yeah.
And she says it like that, like, I'm going to come get inside you now. I'm going to go inside you. Are you okay with me going inside
At least
you now?
ask consent.
And every time, and it's not a costume thing on the inside. It's meaty flesh.
And she proceeds to walk inside of it.
Mm-hmm. She has to strip down into skivvies.
It's kind of hot.
I stopped watching it after episode 2,
Sometime.
I think, when it got just, it's blatantly they're
porn.
trying to make allegories to sex.
Yeah.
And I was like, I just want to see people get shot in the head. This
Dude,
is not.
So that's like the root of popular anime. Do you not remember back in the day when Sailor Moon would have to do the transformation scenes? And it got really
I never watched
uncomfortable?
Sailor Moon.
Well, you don't have to know the transformation scenes.
I've never seen anything from Sailor Moon except for still images.
Okay, so Sailor Moon, essentially they have every episode a transformation sequence, and it takes place. I think correct me if I'm wrong, but I think there's like a whole subset of anime called Magical Girl, and I think they all feature the same
think
transformation.
on Funimation that's called fan service.
Probably. But that's actually a big trope that took place quite a bit, especially like in the early 90s, late 80s anime. And I think they were just trying to play into that a little bit. One of my favorite favorite anime was like the baby's first Gundam. It's called G Gundam, but they had the transformation sequence every single time, and there's like an ass shot. They just like got the lead character's butt cheeks in a nice shot. And I was like, that's a little weird. It makes me uncomfortable that I like this show so much, but like the
Yeah.
premise was so nice, and it. I want to get more into Gundam because of this anime,
Yeah.
because of G Gundam specifically.
Yeah.
So think about, it's like Street Fighter, except you have a Gundam. In every single like countries, like they don't fight wars anymore. They just fight the Gundams against each other, and that's how you get to choose your president. That's whichever country leads the world for that brief period of time is if your fighter wins. So they have their own Gundams, but instead of being like in a cockpit where you actually like pull levers and stuff, you're in like a VR room inside the Gundam.
Okay.
And so it's Street Fighter
Okay.
in a VR room with Gundam.
I hate mech anime, so this
Yeah,
is...
and that's what's challenging. This is the easiest one to digest because the rest of them are a lot of political arguments and stuff like that, and it's really high concept stuff that I think will escape me.
Mm-hmm.
But I like big robots punching each other in the face,
The only...
so I want to be able to evolve and watch
the
it.
only mech anime that I watched was Evangelion, and
And that was
I
weird.
semi-regret it,
Why?
but the reason that I liked it was because of the weird bullshit. Not the Gundam bullshit.
Not the kaiju.
Well, that it's cool because they're living creatures that are getting just destroyed. But yeah, I don't really like.
That whole season of my life was rough to follow. Like I didn't understand anime at that time. I think it was like 10 or 11. I should not have been watching what I was watching.
Yeah,
But
it was on Cartoon Network.
exactly, and I'm going to watch it. And as long as my parents didn't focus on the fact that it said adult anything in the bottom,
Yeah,
then I was going to be cleared to watch it.
yeah. I don't know when TVMA started being a rating, but it ruined pretty much anything for watching TV for me.
Dude, I got to watch so much weird stuff. It was amazing.
Yeah.
I love
I like
Cartoon
Attack
Network.
on Titan. Like my anime that I like to watch is dark,
Yeah.
or gory, or both. So like, The Promised Neverland. Now that is some good fucking shit.
I don't know anything about it.
It's this isn't a spoiler because this all gets established in the first episode. The first episode is these kids are in an orphanage and everybody's happy, but they get real sad when a kid gets adopted or put into foster care or whatever. Somebody wants to take them, and one night they sneak out to follow because the kid that's getting adopted leave her teddy bear or whatever.
So they were just going to return it because they're
They
like
were
a
gonna,
family?
yeah, they were following to the gate,
Mhm.
and when they get to the gate, they find her dead body on a silver platter being eaten by demons.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, and so then the whole show is them trying to get the fuck out of there.
I love that.
It's so good. And then the other type of anime that I like to watch is Attack on Titan because right away it's just like, hey, this kid's mother is about to get eaten by a giant naked creature
I love
with
it.
no fucking like sexual organs. It's just giant naked people,
Yeah.
like giant naked Barbies.
Yes, I think that's perfect, and I love how they run. I remember watching. I can't watch a single episode of Attack on Titan without busting out in laughter, and it's the most
they're
horrific
hilarious.
scenes.
Yeah.
But the way that they move, they're like undulating their body when they're running at things full pace.
Yeah,
I love it so much.
yeah, and
It's
like
so dumb.
and the whole series is you're just trying to figure out what the fuck the lore is. So I stopped caring when they started giving into telling you how the lore works because they're almost done with the show now. They're on season 4,
Okay, yeah.
and it's coming out in sub right now, and my wife is watching it, and I'm all cut up on dub, and I don't know. I was disappointed, I guess, but it was really the only way they could do it. It wasn't anything like special, disappointing. It was just like you've hit the climax, and it just was, it is exactly what you expected, or kind of. But it couldn't be anything else, So, but it was good. I like it, and I'm still gonna watch it. I just can't watch sub because I can't read fast enough.
Yeah, yeah, and that stinks. That'll rip you out of the experience.
Well, yeah, because dub usually sucks ass.
Yeah,
Like the voice acting. I mean, all credit to the voice actors for doing a good job, but there's a lot of emotion taken out of it when they translate it.
Yeah.
It's just
yeah. That you can tell they're just getting a paycheck.
yeah.
That's really sad. But I
Well-
think that's why like Dragon Ball Z Kai is a thing, right? Like they had to stick, I guess, more true to the original source material than the original people had done.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, Kai is just a shorter version of
condensed.
the original. Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's basically all the arcs with less filler, but it's still got more filler than any other fucking show. It's insane. I hate that. I hate Dragon Ball.
Oh my goodness, I love.
Fucking hate
I
Dragon Ball.
went all the way. Like that was one of the prerequisites before my girlfriend and I get married, because I don't want to feel like a weirdo and make references to somebody who has no clue what I'm talking about. Yeah, it's a weird internal thing in my head, but it's just one of the things I've already I've established that in my brain before I even knew she existed. So, we proceeded to go through watching Dragon Ball in its entirety. We stopped after the Cell Saga because that's the last time that I even watched it. But we finished the Cell Saga, but we started all the way in Dragon Ball, like the little kid one, and that is hard to watch.
Yeah,
That
I
is
never
so hard to
watched it.
watch. I can't say in good conscience that it's a good show, but I don't regret watching it if it makes sense.
I started Kai at the beginning of Kai and went up to the Cell Saga.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I don't care.
The Cell Saga was like the coolest. I
It
loved
was.
it.
I
And it's
just was
okay.
just like,
I'm when anybody that tells me that they stopped after the Cell Saga, I'm like, that's probably for the best. That's
yeah,
probably
because
for
the
best.
Boo Saga sucks, apparently.
I don't remember. There was just like a weird pink
My
blob.
brother's fucking. My little brother loves Dragon Ball, so like he talks about that shit all the time. He's been trying to get me to watch all of it, and I can't.
I think one day I will, but right now I'm okay with like leaving it be.
Mhm.
You know, and I think it's gonna. If I died today and that was the last bit that I'd seen, I think that was the most respectful way to end that show.
Yeah, all anime. I've never heard somebody go, well, this anime is just pretty much perfect all the way through. There's not an arc that you just don't like. Every anime peters out.
Yeah, at one point or another.
Except for Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood,
Oh,
which is the best anime. to
Brotherhood
watch.
specifically,
Yeah, don't watch the original.
because it's not right. They did it wrong. But yeah, Brotherhood, I think because it was so short. I say short. It wasn't necessarily short.
It was like 30 episodes. It's not that long.
Yeah. Like, against One Piece, everything is short.
I wish it was longer, to be honest.
But that's, I think, more so a testament to the quality of writing and how
Mhm.
the story ebbed and flowed. Not
And
necessarily because
Markiplier's in it.
What?
Markiplier's in it.
What do you mean?
There's a character in Brotherhood or in that property that looks exactly like Markiplier.
Oh, okay. Are you talking about one of the state alchemists?
No, he's not an alchemist. He's the guy that takes them in at the beginning.
I don't recall any character that looks like Fishbach.
Markiplier.
Wait, give me some more details on him then.
He when they first get taken in, so it is weird because when it starts out, you're not sure if they're strangers to the government or not, but they work for the government, but also like the people in the government are always surprised to see them. It's, anime writing. But one of the military officers, it's not Mustang, takes them in, and he dies in the phone booth with, yeah.
Okay, I know
what's her
exactly
face
who you're
kills
talking
him.
about. Yeah.
Yep. I can't remember what his name is. I can't find a picture with his name on it.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, he looks exactly like Markiplier.
Yeah, he was.
It's really weird.
I even like the way they handled his death, because he didn't just go. Everything seems so calculated and intentional the way they did it.
Yeah.
It's such a nice show.
The only thing I don't like about that show is the Jackie Chan character that's in every anime.
Oh, the one that's like magically good at fighting by accident. Are you talking about
I think Envy takes him over.
yeah, the
eventually.
Shing, the
Shing
the Prince
guy.
of Shing? Yeah.
Well, I don't think he's a prince. He's just the
No,
guardian
he's-
of the princess or something.
Nope.
Oh, okay.
They're both fighting
Either
for the
way.
same title
Oh,
against
okay.
each other. Because
Either way,
if
yeah.
they pretty much if they bring the power of alchemy or the Philosopher's Stone back to their country, they will have absolute reign over each other. And there are several
Okay,
situations
yeah.
where they end up fighting each other because they're rivals.
Right. Okay.
But yeah, they handle that so well. I love that show.
I just
so
don't
much.
like characters like that in anime.
The thing that I don't like about it is the anime-y amount of irritation levels that Edward experiences out of nowhere.
Yeah,
Because
that's-
that
see-
rips me out. It's like, okay, I get it. Everything's being handled so well.
And they cartoonize
So
it a
much.
little bit every time he freaks out.
Yeah.
Oh,
What?
he's calling.
Uh-oh, ladies and gentlemen.
Don't pause. Hello? I sure did. I sure am. Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go get a used tire. We'll see you in a little bit.
Lay. And we're back. So, we proceeded to handle the business.
Yeah, we just did it in somebody's backseat, and we're back. You know,
Like, I feel
man's
juiced.
got his urges.
I feel juiced. I feel refreshed. I feel spent, if you will.
I feel like something just liquidated out of me and into you.
Took a real load off.
So we were talking about anime,
And I'm done talking about anime.
and that concludes the segment.
Okay, so where are you at on your beverage?
All done.
There it is. Glad to hear it.
Fuck yeah.
All right, let's move on to our next one.
That tasted like really, really sour juice.
Yes, I think that's exactly what it is. I don't have high hopes for this. One, because I don't know what it is, and two, because it's warm now. It's been in our studio for about an hour.
It's rich, chocolatey, and decadent,
Are you serious?
just like your penis.
Oh my goodness. It's a stout.
Yeah.
Stouts are...
Did you not read it when you bought it?
I didn't buy this.
Who bought it?
My girlfriend. She knew I was recording.
Your girlfriend is putting more effort into this podcast than your host.
Yeah.
I just show up here, and not even on time. I'm 2 days late to my own studio that I pay for with my money because I am adult.
You're an adult, man. Oh my goodness. The head on this is so dark. I think this is the perfect glass.
You should be used to that, though, because you're a...
I have dated exclusively white women, not by my choice.
Would you call them snow bunnies, or are they slush bunnies because you're only half there?
What?
Snow
I've
bunny?
heard of badge bunnies. Like people who hit on...
puck bunnies?
Oh, okay. Is that like a
Yeah, it's a hockey thing.
hockey thing? Like maybe from Letterkenny, I'm assuming?
Yeah, dude, that fucking show is fantastic.
So I've heard. I haven't watched it in its entirety. I think I've seen a couple.
Just the cold open, probably.
Yeah.
I think I've probably shown you it.
Me and my excellent guitarist friend, he's also been trying to get me to watch it. He and his wife for the longest time. And I don't think I actually own any
You don't have
streaming
Hulu?
service. No.
Oh,
No.
okay. That's the only thing it's on.
Yeah, I don't own any streaming service. I pay for YouTube. Well, that's the only
I pay
thing.
for YouTube. I have YouTube TV through my very white parents who just bought me a white car for my white self. I have Hulu through my white sister-in-law.
Nice.
She doesn't even use it. She asked us if we wanted it,
Mm-hmm.
if we wanted her account information. I was like, yeah. And she goes, yeah, I know. I haven't logged into it in like 2 years. I was like, you still pay for it? She's like, yeah, I'll keep paying for it. It's only like $7. I'm like, okay. It's got ads, but
It's also free to you.
And then I pay for Amazon Prime,
Yeah.
and through that I pay for CBS Go or whatever that is. It's just the CBS channel. Like
I
all
don't
their stuff.
know what's on CBS, but off the top of my head, I think it's like C-SPAN. That C-SPAN stuff comes to head. It's like, why would you pay for
No,
that?
CBS is like NBC, ABC. It's one of those big channels.
Yeah.
It's the only reason I watch it or have it is so that I can watch SEAL Team because I'm white and I like gun porn, and that's all that show is to me. It's literally Angel, David Boreanaz, Booth from Bones, and he's a Navy SEAL. And I don't even pay attention to the drama. I just watch them shoot guns.
All right. Nope.
Oh, dude.
I like you being so transparent about it. Dude, have you smelled the beer, though? What is it called?
Smell like chocolate.
What is it called?
It is called Polar Eclipse Imperial Stout.
Okay, so we're going to drink a warm Guinness, to my understanding. It doesn't smell great.
Jesus, I hate chocolate stuff.
Yeah, it smells like there's milk in it. I haven't drank it yet. Get that throat mic, man. Don't drink it for flavor.
I'm tasting a hint of bullshit. All right, let's do some chugging.
Trachea mics. Oh, rough tail. Why?
It tastes like chocolate that found under my shoe after I step in dog shit.
I may have stepped in dog shit and then gotten into your new car.
Did you really?
I want to apologize if I actually did.
Have you checked your shoe?
No.
Yeah,
It was too
dude,
dark out there.
This fucking thing. Check it right now.
We're in the clear, ladies and gentlemen.
Fuck yeah. I stepped in dog shit like 17 times in
Wait.
the past week.
Yeah, we're good.
Dude, yeah, no, the dog shit is real here. Like, and it's not even my. I have two dogs. I have two small dogs. One of my small dogs, she's a wiener, a black lab wiener mix. Don't ask me how. I don't know. She poops regular like size dog shits, and then my Chihuahua, that I'm convinced is just a midget in a fake dog costume. She poops like the worst wet kibble size shits. And I pick them up with bags. But there's a demon that crawls around while everybody's sleeping in this apartment complex and just leaves trails of
Fecus.
shit all over the fucking complex outside. And I have stepped in it so much. I've picked it up myself with my own fucking bags just so it's not in my downstairs neighbor's like front area
because they will blame
complain.
you.
Yeah, he will blame me. I know whose it is, and I talked to the manager of the property, and they're gonna evict that person immediately. But it's difficult to evict people in this nanny state. I'm just kidding. But it is not. It's not easy to evict people. I know because my grandpa on my mom's side owns a few apartments.
Yeah. Wait, owns an apartment?
Not a complex, like owns some
Homes?
houses
Properties?
and stuff up in Wisconsin.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's probably where I'm going to end up drawing 90% of my income in the future is just rental properties.
We'll have the Chill Prism apartment complex.
No.
No, that's a good investment, I think. You get in, you get renters like me who take care of the outside and shit in the inside. But they'll clean it up before they leave.
As I stare at the hole in the door.
That was there when we got here.
That's what I would say too.
No, it's literally was there when we got here. You see that crack in the fucking paint?
Yeah.
That was there when we got here.
You know what that is, right?
Yeah, it's
Bad taping job.
Yeah.
The people who mud and taped this place did not tape that well.
Yeah. They promised me that they'd paint over the lead paint as well.
What?
Yeah, we had to sign like a waiver that was bigger than the fucking... the packet was bigger than the fucking lease itself. Yeah. Saying that we understand that if our kid turns into a fucking X-Men, it's because of the lead paint and we won't sue them. It's like, yeah, I want my kid to control metal. That's fine. Yeah, you can see if you go in the shower and look up, there's just chips just falling down constantly. It's like, yeah, good job sealing that paint, guys. Fucking assholes.
Those winners,
Yeah.
real champions.
The property manager, the guy who does maintenance here, is always plastered. I've never seen him sober.
I don't know that you. I mean, you should work sober, but with that type of work, I'm sure he's done it so many times. He could probably just do it drunk, and it wouldn't
He
matter.
stole all of my pots and pans one day. So
What?
yeah. So I mean, it was partially my fault, but so like our oven went out, and you know the oven's got the bottom drawer thing.
Yes.
We had our
All of
like
your
our
kitchenware?
saucepans. Yeah, all of our like what is it, skillets and shit down there.
Yeah.
And they told us to like clear a path, basically, furniture and stuff, so they could get to the oven. They replace it. I got home, and my wife told me she'd get all the stuff fixed up because I was at work when they said they were coming. I get home, and immediately I go, oh shit, I wonder if our pans are in there. And I check, and they're not. So I sprinted downstairs and asked to get the maintenance guy's number. She gave it to me, and I call him, and I tell him I think our pans are in there. He goes, well, I can see if I still have them. I'm like, motherfucker.
What do you mean? See if you still have them?
Yeah, you did it an hour ago. You better still have them. Did you sell it to a crackhead? And if you don't have them, you're going to get me new pans. Where are you going to put them? Up your ass? You don't have a space and you're double wide. What is happening?
Does he not get an apartment on site?
Oh, I hope he doesn't live here. No, he doesn't live here. The company owns a whole bunch of complexes
Okay.
that he does work for.
Oh yeah. That's right. Property management companies.
Yep. Yeah, I wouldn't live here if I worked here. Jesus.
I might. I probably would.
I wouldn't live here even if I rented it.
Oh shit. Got him.
I can't wait to get the fuck out of here.
That was like that was probably the best transition out of high school for one of my buddies. He got a maintenance job for like a really nice apartment complex. And so he just got a rent-free apartment, like a really nice 2-bed apartment in like the corner. So he only had like one neighbor. He was making good money, and he eventually like was running the entire maintenance department out of high school.
Yeah, this guy I worked with at the hospital that I work at, he worked in maintenance. He was a fuck up. Like, everybody hated him in the maintenance department. But after he got married, the property he lived at, that was a shit and not a small explosive charge. It did not sound like shit. Yeah, his complex offered him a maintenance job, and he lives at that apartment rent free too.
It's a good move if you like turning screwdrivers and dealing with people. And no, everyone's gonna say,
and walking in on him while you're in the shower.
Yeah, it's like the start of like
my wife.
Yeah, that's so unsettling. Nobody is gonna trust you because you have keys to their house, and all of their worldly possessions are inside that house.
And you're constantly shit-faced.
Yeah,
and hate your life because your wife left you and your kids hate you. Talking about you, I don't know his name, but I'm sure it's like Daryl or something.
Daryl Dixon.
Yeah,
same one from previous episode. No.
Oh man, no, he's a dirty, dirty man. He wears the same. It's me talking, but he wears the same fucking clothes every time I see him, covered in paint.
Dude, I have 3 hoodies that I rotate. I have on rotation.
And they're the same hoodie.
They are so close. Okay, one pair of them is actually the same one because I got it at the one show, and then the other one, it's a little bit nicer, and you can tell that I thought it was nicer at least because it was so tattered. I've actually retired it, and I'm really sad because it was one of the coolest hoodies I've owned. And I have to assume that everyone else assumes that I just smell like an asshole at all times.
I know that I smell like an asshole because the one thing I can still smell after presumably getting COVID is myself.
At least you can smell yourself.
It depends. I get whiffs sometimes.
That's so...
I'm like, well, time to change these work pants. Since I got that new car, I've decided I'm going to bring my clothes back into work and have them launder them. Well, I probably will launder them, but I'm going to start changing if I'm allowed to drive the car, which I won't be because my wife is not going to let me.
Yeah. You're just like paying so much money for like a really nice car. Guys, it's a really nice car.
Yeah, you finally got to ride
Yeah,
it.
it was a lot nicer than I ever anticipated it being. Like, I mean, obviously we produce this, and Russ's name is on this project, so we do produce quality content. I don't know what quality it is, but we produce quality.
It
I
is a
didn't.
quality.
It is a quality. I didn't expect the quality of car when I pulled up into your drive.
Yeah, it does.
It's
It's
so
a
nice.
sleeper. It's a sleeper when you look at it. You're like, okay, that's a newer car. Somebody just bought a car. You get inside and it's like,
It's a spaceship.
yeah. Well, that's like when my brother bought that 2015 Civic and I got in it. It
Yeah.
feels like you're in a cockpit.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
Yeah. New import cars are super, super nice.
Yeah.
I don't think I've owned a new car that wasn't a domestic. Like I've owned exclusively Fords, and
Mhm.
I don't think that was a conscious decision. I just saw what that caught my eye. But this last time before I bought the Mustang, I was seriously considering getting a Honda Accord. Like I was seriously looking into an Accord.
God, that tastes like shit.
We were seriously considering an Accord. We went on a few test drives and we took them around.
Hand me that Jaeger.
Yes, sir.
I gotta do something to this beer. It tastes horrible.
I feel like an old man, and I am not old enough to feel like an old man yet.
This is gonna taste like anise.
Star anise?
No, licorice.
That's okay. Licorice my anise? No.
Yeah, you're driving home. I mean, you're using your. Did you know that if you have a horse and you get pulled over and you're drunk, they can't give you a DUI?
They'll give you something else. You can still get a DUI, I'm pretty sure.
You can get a public intoxication charge, but it's not an operating a motor vehicle because the horse knows the way home.
That's badass.
Mm-hmm.
I can't afford a horse.
Yeah, me neither. My parents, when they come down here, they're moving in with my grandma. They're gonna build onto the house
Yeah.
and make it a living apartment, basically. They're gonna get horses.
That's so dope. We need to go out
And
there
I'm
and
gonna-
ride them at some point.
We're gonna videotape us drunk horse riding while my parents are
I
gone.
might need to get a better Batman mask. I have put...
We should get you a fucking Affleck cowl.
I'd wear it. It looks like you would have to stitch it up in the back.
No,
It's so fabric
You'd have
textured.
to get one of the Bale cowls
Yeah.
because they made the neck turn.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna wear a balaclava and have an AK strapped in my back.
That sounds dope. I was also putting consideration into it, and I think it's not too far-fetched because it's still Bat-themed, but I want to get the Robin Red Hood helmet.
Oh, the helmet.
The one that
that'd be-
encloses around your face.
You can. I've seen. I don't know. Do you know what Thingiverse is?
I have no clue what that is.
It's where you get 3D print plans and stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
I've seen some pretty cool plans for that. Like, I really want to get a 3D printer, just so I can print just random bullshit.
Do it.
Also, like merch, because I have a cool idea for merch. It's just a keychain that's a blue ice cube. The best part about that is we don't have to pay to paint them either.
Because
Because we can just buy the blue stock.
Yeah. Yeah, that stuff's so cool. I need to learn how to write the G code anyway.
It's just CAD software, which
Is it just going to
graphing.
write the code for you? Because you have to program the tool paths.
Yeah. So when I was in 7th grade, we used a CAD router.
Yeah.
And we used Google. It's not available anymore, but it was a Google CAD software.
Mhm.
And literally you just fill in X's and Y's. It's like a graph plot thing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
That's not nearly
you'd
as
obviously fill in for Z too to make it 3D. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's literally you're just writing positions.
That is awesome.
But because you can create the design,
Mhm.
it will create the actual tool paths for you.
That is a breath of fresh air. I've had a CNC. Me and a buddy went in
CNC, that's the word I was. That did not make it better. Now it just tastes like chocolate anus.
Delicious.
I mean, I say that it did make it better. It made it more alcoholic. So I'll forget how it tastes.
You'll forgive that one. I think it would have been better if we had it chilled.
No,
If it was colder.
I do not like chocolate stouts.
Do you like stouts in general?
Yeah, my
Okay.
favorite beer is Guinness.
Oh.
Yeah.
So this is more an insult than anything.
Yeah, so like our bald friend, who I'm convinced
Friend?
is our bald enemy,
What?
who I'm convinced is two people stacked on top of each other trying to get into a rated R movie. If you saw him, you'd understand. He looks like a gnome. He convinced me that this thing called a milk stout, it literally says milk stout on it.
Mhm.
It's just is just as good as the Guinness, and it's so much cheaper.
Was it like a moose drool?
No, it's called milk stout.
No, I've had milk stouts, and they're not.
No, the brand. Like the brand of fucking, it just says, it's a pretty much a blank can. It just says milk stout. I think the box is silver grayish. It's got the marble in it and everything, just like a fucking Guinness can.
Yeah.
It tastes like complete asshole.
Yeah, it's not good. It's really bad.
Guinness is my favorite beer for like sipping. Coors is my go-to beer, period. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Just like
Yes.
right now, the Jetta is my favorite car for just driving
It's
around.
actually
but
really fucking nice.
but my favorite car is a Challenger, or the current Dodge Demon, just the Challenger platform.
Mhm.
The
Yeah.
Dodge Demon, is kind of what I want right now. But
Dude, if you had that, we would go hoon at like 4 o'clock in the morning. So
yeah.
hard.
oh yeah, I would cream my jeans every time I turn that thing on.
Dude, just the rumble, the cold start rumble of modern muscle cars is really nice. I can only imagine what that sounds like. I guess we don't have to imagine. I'm sure somebody else is flaunting their wealth by filming all the...
It's.
The
I mean,
glory.
there's a Hellcat at work.
Are you serious?
Yeah, everybody, as soon as they get driver status and get that 75
Cent raise.
75-cent bump, and then like we hit busy period and they're doing tons of overtime, everybody gets fucking Challengers and Camaros. And then by the end of the fiscal year, they've all traded them in because they realize they can't afford them.
Yeah, that's so
Because
sad.
they don't get the overtime. It is sad because then all of a sudden, like throughout the summer, everybody's got economy cars in the parking lot at work. And then the winter hits and everybody's got Chargers, Challengers, and fucking...
Which is the worst time to have those cars,
I
by
know,
the
I
way.
know. There's no Corvettes. I don't think I've seen a single Corvette.
I saw
Okay.
one, but it's owned. It's paid off because it's like an 80-something Corvette.
No,
It has like a
yeah.
custom Mother Mary... I want to say mural, but it doesn't feel like the right word.
I've seen that.
And
I
I
know
saw
what you're
the- I
talking
saw the
about. Yeah, it's
guy-
orange, right?
Yeah. And I saw the
Yeah.
guy who drives it and like, yeah, of course this is your car.
I saw that going to lunch with one of our friends one day. That is a special automobile.
Yeah. He bought it that way. He didn't get it done.
Oh, I wouldn't get it done. That's for sure.
So, but yeah,
There's some weird cars in your building, though.
there are. There are some of the nicest cars over there in
Yeah.
my building and then the building adjacent to it,
Yeah.
where most of our where our old offices used to be. Some of the coolest cars I'd seen was it was essentially a Hellcat. It's called a Trackhawk. It's a Jeep Trackhawk.
But it's got the Hellcat.
It has a Hellcat engine and it's all-wheel drive. It has grip for days, and it will leave.
That Gorilla Grip.
It does. It would grip me from a distance. It make me hard right now talking about it.
That's amazing.
It's such a beautiful car, and it's so understated because nobody would know off the top of just by looking at it what it was.
Yeah.
And I saw it, and one of our coworkers was coming in, and all of us, by the nature of our job, are somewhat gearheads. We can appreciate nicer
Yeah.
cars. I pulled him aside. He's like, "Dude, do you know what that is?" He's like, "What?" He's like, "That Jeep right there. Do you see that? Do you know what that is?" He's like, "What do you mean?" I said, "That's a Trackhawk." And he's like, "I don't swing that way, buddy." It's like, "No,
Was this Beardman?
no. This
Or
was
was this our
Hispanic.
SpongeBob? Oh yeah, SpongeBob.
Yeah.
SpongeBob Weird Pants.
Yes. he's like, what do you mean? It's like, that's 707 horsepowers, all-wheel drive.
Jesus. He drives a Honda Fit.
How does he fit?
I'm pretty sure he broke the seat on purpose so he could lean it all the way like flat back.
Roadhead
so he
mode?
could sleep in it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He sleeps in it every day.
Yeah.
So that would make sense. But we've had that car there, which you shouldn't just have. That's just not a car you just have there. And then somebody, right as the car came out, had a...
Like this?
Exactly that.
That's fucking awesome.
That is a stupid fast car. That is an unrealistically fast car.
I almost got a Crown Vic Interceptor on Thursday.
That is an incredibly fun car because you can do so much to it. And I have thought about putting my buddy's grandfather gave me a 69 Mustang.
Yeah.
And I thought about putting the frame on top of a Crown Vic platform because he had one of those too. And they weren't going to do anything with it. And it just runs. It just got totaled.
That'd be awesome.
It'd be sick. And a modern drivetrain and suspension in an old classic car. But I guess circling back to the cool cars that we have that we shouldn't have. We had a GT500 Mustang.
In the parking lot?
In the parking lot. Like, you'll still see it today. I have no clue whose it is. I haven't seen him and they have to be a 5 o'clocker every day that I go in there.
It's there, but when you leave, it's not.
And when I leave, it's still there. So I
Oh.
think it's a manager's. And they always park at the end of the parking lot.
That's why we're not getting Christmas parties. That's insane.
It is an amazing car. I think it's like 662 horsepower.
There's some crazy cars in that parking lot, though. Like, and just that one.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
the building I work in, it's all fucking stock cars. Like,
And
everything.
trucks and just like regular human being vehicles.
Yeah, and then that building is like, fucking, there's one that has, well, because our company paid for it. She's not there anymore, but there's a Kia Soul that has our company's name.
And rocks.
Yeah. She's not there anymore. She got fired after they paid for everything medical that she needed one time. And the car.
She was also not a good worker. She's a poor employee.
But she got your boss his job.
What?
Yeah, she was a temp at his previous employment, and she was the one who told him to apply at our company.
Okay. Yeah, okay. I think I remember that. I thought you were saying that she had taken the job from...
Oh, no.
So she had gotten my boss's current job.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
No.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Which is funny because he's better than she is at everything. That man is... He doesn't walk around the facility. He floats. And when he comes into my... He's not even supposed to be in my building, but when he shows up in my building, because I know it's because he misses me.
To the core.
It's almost like... It's almost like my crush has shown up in a room that I didn't think that she was going to be, and I got to fix my hair. Like, I try to avoid him and go to the bathroom because I know that I'm just not good enough to be in his presence anymore.
What?
Dude, I miss working for him so much. I hate this guy that I'm with. And I can't wait till he gets his knees taken out. They canceled that fucking surgery again.
Yeah, they did. I'm convinced it's just not going to happen.
I don't think there ever was a surgery.
Yeah, exactly. Now you and I are on the same page.
I'm pretty sure he's just fucking playing.
He has been holding that carrot in front of everybody for so long.
Mm-hmm. The carrot of him just not being there for a couple months.
Yeah. I don't even know how he got promoted. He has such a poor work ethic on top of being so dishonest in almost everything he does.
And the fact that he just literally doesn't stand up.
That too. I mean, I wouldn't stand up on those toothpicks, truth be told.
Jesus Christ. I don't know how you can be that large. Think of Harambe, but if Harambe never was killed and then Harambe was put in a leadership position at a multi-million-dollar company. Yeah. Harambe is a god, and he is sitting next to actual God.
This is stupid. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's all the time we have for today.
That was a dumb episode.
Yeah, we just unloaded all of our personal garbage after talking about anime.
Go to episode 6, where we're actually going to be in the mood to do this.
Yeah, skip this episode. right now.
Yeah.
Now that you've made it up to
Well,
this
no,
point,
no,
now
no,
skip
no.
this. But
No.
also, please
Don't skip it. Put it on play. Put your volume down. Put your phone in your pocket and let it play so we get the statistics. Then, like, just when you have to take a shit or something, or like you're busy at work, just let it play, and then come back later, and then go to the next episode because it'll be better.
love you guys.